I'm Liz Ashley, and today I'm going to show you how to make my tomato mozzarella chicken on top of spinach quinoa. I'm going to start by prepping the quinoa. First, I'm going to add a half cup of water into a medium saucepan, followed by a quarter cup of quinoa. Then I'm going to put the heat on medium-high and bring it all to a boil. Once the quinoa is boiling, I'm going to lower the heat down to low so that the quinoa is just at a simmer and return the lid to the pot. Now I'm going to prep 2 chicken thighs by trimming the fat off of them. If you want to save some calories and some fat, feel free to use boneless, skinless chicken breasts instead of chicken thighs. Lay the chicken thighs flat and season with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, basil, and oregano. These are my favorite Italian seasoning combinations. Go ahead after you're done seasoning and put the chicken off to the side and grab about a pint of cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are my favorite tomatoes in the world. I always keep a pint in the house. Go ahead and about half of them. Spray a medium-sized pan with whatever sort of non-stick spray you prefer, or brush it with some olive oil. Add a quarter cup of chopped onions, which I already had chopped in the fridge, so I just threw them in, along with the tomatoes we just chopped. Squirt about a teaspoon of chopped or minced garlic into that. Feel free to use fresh, I just didn't have any on hand. And put the heat on medium-high. After about 2 minutes, go ahead and push all of the onions and tomatoes into a ring around the edge. This will make room for the chicken. Put the chicken thighs seasoned side down and let them simmer away. Your quinoa should be done cooking right about now, so go ahead and add 1 to 2 handfuls of spinach into the pot. I know this looks like a lot, but it'll wilt down. Add all of the seasonings that we add to the chicken breast, but also add some crushed red pepper flakes. This gives the dish a nice heat on the back end when it's all put together. While the spinach is wilting in your quinoa, go ahead and flip your chicken thighs over after you have seasoned the other side with the seasonings we already used. The tomatoes and onions looked about done, so I just piled them on top of the chicken so that they could stop cooking. Then I added 1 tablespoon of white cooking wine to deglaze the bottom of the pan. You can use water or chicken broth if you don't want to use wine. I scraped up all of this yummy goodness and also put that on top of the chicken because I did not want to lose any of that yummy goodness. Then I went ahead and added a couple splashes of balsamic vinegar to both the top of the chicken and inside the quinoa. Stirred up the quinoa and put the lid back on until it was ready to plate. Now it's time for the mozzarella part of the tomato mozzarella chicken. I cut up 1 mozzarella Baby Bell round and split it between the 2 chicken breasts. Then I added another tablespoon of white wine vinegar around the chicken to create some steam so that when I cover the pan, the cheese melts nicely. While the cheese is melting, it's time to plate. Go ahead and lay down a bed of the spinach quinoa and top that with the chicken and tomatoes and cheese once the cheese is all melted. I used a balsamic reduction to garnish and just drizzled it on top and then drizzled it all around the plate. There you have it, a low-calorie, protein-packed tomato mozzarella chicken with spinach quinoa. I hope it fills you up, I hope you can share it with your loved ones, and I hope you enjoy it for yourself. Please stay tuned for more wonderful recipes.